Hello 12th class students. Today in chemistry we will study about the group 18 elements. Students, we have studied about the member of the group 17 that are known as the halogen family. Now we will study about the elements of group 18 that are called the noble gases family. Now what is the reason behind the name noble gases family? We will see that also. So first of all students, let's see which are the main members of the group 18, that is the noble gases family. So students, the main members are, first of all, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These are the 6 main members about which we are going to study. See here, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These are the main 6 members of the family. All these are gases and chemically unreactive. Now students, what is the reason behind chemically unreactive? Why these members are chemically unreactive? Let's see. The very important property of the noble gases is that they are unreactive. They do not easily react with any other element. Only some member of this family like xenon, it makes the compound with the other elements, and rest are the nearly inactive. The reason behind their inactiveness is, students, that they have the most stable electronic configuration. Their outermost shell, or we can say their valence shell, is completely filled. There are no unpaired electron in their outermost shell or valence shell, so they need not to either lose the electron or gain the electron in order to get the stability. That is the reason why they are termed as the noble gases. Next is, students, all noble gases except the radon. Remember, except the radon, all the noble gases occur in nature, they are found in nature, but only radon is not found in the nature. Next is, see, their atmospheric abundance in dry air is nearly equal to 1% by their volume. Their abundance is, their occurrence or their percentage by volume is nearly 1%, volume which argon is the major constituent. Among these, in the 1% of the total volume of the noble gases, argon is the major gas which is present in the abundance. See here, among these, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, the argon is found in the most abundance in the nature. Now see the major properties of the elements of the group 18, that helium and sometime the neon. In maximum time it is helium and sometimes neons found in the minerals of radioactive substances. The substance which are radioactive, which spontaneously emit the radiations from them. 3 type of the radiations get emitted from the radioactive elements, alpha, beta and gamma. So in that radioactive origin minerals, helium and neon are found. The main commercial source of the helium is natural gas. Natural gas is the main source of the helium gas. Xenon and radon are the rarest element of the group. These two group, either xenon and radon. But radon is sometime prepared by the, radon is obtained as the decay product of the Ra226. Ra, the symbol Ra represent here the radium. You have seen radiums many times. So when radium is decay, then radon and helium is produced. It is also the method of preparation of the radon gas. Now, general properties of the noble gases. Their electronic configuration. Students, the very first member, that is helium, do not have the p orbital in it. So, its electronic configuration is ns2, or we can say 1s2. The maximum capacity of s orbital is of 2 electrons, and 2 electrons are already filled in helium. That is why it kept under the category of the noble gases, and rest of the members have the general electronic configuration like ns2 and p6. So, the maximum capacity of p orbital is of 6 electron, and this all 6 electrons are completely filled in the valence shell. All the electrons are paired. The major reason behind the stability of the noble gases is their electronic configuration, that they have the most stable electronic configuration among all the elements present in the periodic table, because all the members of the noble gases have completely filled p orbital except the helium, because helium has only one s or s orbital in it. Now, many properties of the noble gases, including their inactive nature, are ascribed their closed shell structures. Their closed shell structure and their closed shell structure is simply related to their electronic configuration. Now, ionization enthalpies. Next property is, students, their ionization enthalpy. Ionization, first of all, let's understand what is the meaning of ionization enthalpy. The enthalpy, or the energy which required to remove the electron from the valence shell, that amount of the energy is known as the ionization potential. So, students, we have seen that they have the most stable type of the electronic configuration, and it is very hard to remove the electron or add the electron in the most stable electronic configuration, just because all the p orbitals or all the compartmentation or shells are fulfilled by the electrons. So, it is not possible to remove the electron easily. That is why they generally have the higher ionization potential. See, due to stable electronic configuration, these gases exhibit very high ionization enthalpy. It is very important property of the group 18 element, that their ionization potential is very high. In order to remove the electrons, we need large amount of the energy. Decreases down the group with increase in atomic size, but whenever we move down the group, the ionization potential decreases. What is the reason behind decrease in the ionization potential while increasing in the size? So, remember, students, that we have seen the structure of the atom. In the structure of the atom, in the center there is nucleus, and around the nucleus there are orbitals in which electrons are present, like this. So, students, whenever the size of the atom is small, then the positive charge which is present in the nucleus and the negative charge which is present in the electron, they have the force of attraction between them. This positive charge of the nucleus attracts the electron, because electrons are negatively charged, and we have studied that positive and negative charge both attract each other. So, if the size of the atom is very small, then the nucleus charge will directly have the large effect on the charge of the electron or negative charge, and it will attract the electron with more power. But however, whenever the distance of the electron increases from the nucleus, then the effective force of attraction of the positive charge on the electron will decreases. So it will be easy for us to remove that electron which is far away from the nucleus. In that case, students, the ionization potential will decrease. So whenever we move down the group, down any group, the size of the atom increases due course of the addition of the new shells. For example, see the size of the helium and neon. In helium, only one shell is there, but in neon, atomic number of neon is 10 and there will be 2 shells in it. So the distance between the nucleus and outermost electron increases. So this is the reason behind increasing the decreasing the ionization potential while moving down in the group. Next is atomic radii. Atomic radii, that means radius of the atom, it also, students, increases from while moving down in the group, because if the size of the atom increases, then it is obvious that radius or radii will be increased. Electron gain enthalpy. Now students, electron gain enthalpy, that means the amount of the energy that releases when electron is added in the atom. So the same thing as that of the electron potential. Here the noble gases have the stable electronic configuration, they have no tendency to accept the electron. They do not easily accept the electron and do not easily lose the electron. So their ionization potential and electron gain enthalpy both are large, have large positive value of electron gain enthalpy. We need large amount of energy in order to submit the electron in the shell of the member of the group 18 element or the noble gases. Now see the physical properties of the elements of group 18. We will see about the physical property and then about the chemical property of the elements of the group 18. So students, in the physical properties of the noble gases, the very first property is their color, odor and taste. So the noble gases are, as we know, that most stable, and inactive gases, they do not easily react with the other gases or other elements. So they are odorless, tasteless and colorless. And the most important thing is that these are the monoatomic. It is important property that their molecule is made up of single atom, because except the noble gases, all the atoms or all the elements in the periodic table do not possess the monoatomicity. The molecules of the other elements is somehow made up of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 atoms, but the molecule of the noble gases is made up of a single atom, or they are monoatomic. Second thing, they are sparingly soluble in water and have very low melting point and boiling point. They somehow are little soluble in the water. The reason behind low melting and boiling point is that the only type of intraatomic interaction in this element is weak dispersion forces, because they do not have the unpaired electron. That is why they do not make the bond with the other or with the same atom. That is the reason why their melting point and boiling point is very low, because they do not have much force of attraction, which indirectly increases the melting and boiling point. Next is helium has the lowest boiling point, near about 4.2 Kelvin of any known substances. The helium has the lowest boiling point just near about 4.2 Kelvin. It is very close to the absolute zero. It has an unusual property of diffusing through most commonly used laboratory materials such as rubber, glass or plastic. They can easily diffuse in them, diffuse through them also, because of their unreactivity or their inactivity. They have the power of diffusion. So these are the major physical properties of the group 18 elements. Now students, let's see the important part of the topic, that is the chemical properties of the group 18 elements. As we know that they are very least reactive or negligibly reactive with the other elements, but somehow they show some chemical properties. Some member of the group 18 elements or of the noble gases reacts with the oxygen and hydrogen to form their hydrides and oxides. Generally, in general, noble gases are least reactive. We have seen their inertness to chemical reactivity is attributed to the following reason. What are the reasons that they are inactive or they are very least reactive? First thing, noble gases except the helium, whose electronic configuration is ns1 or we can say 1s2, have completely filled ns2 np6 electronic configuration in their valence shell. We have already seen that their valence shell have the completely filled orbitals. There are already 8 atoms are present in their valence shell, so they need not to gain the electron or give the electron to any element. Have high ionization enthalpy and more positive electron gain enthalpy. This point also we have discussed. Just because of their stable electronic configuration, that it is not possible to easily either take out the electron from the valence shell or give the electron, add the electron in the valence shell. Both things required large amount of energy. Now, the chemical properties. The reactivity of noble gases has been investigated occasionally ever since their discovery, but all attempts to force them to react to form the compounds were unsuccessful for quite a few years. Up to some years, it was not possible for the scientists to discover the compounds of the noble gases, because it is not easy to make them react with the other elements. Then, in March 1962, scientist Neil Bartlett, then at the University of British Columbia, observed the reaction of a noble gas. First, he prepared a red compound which is formulated as O2 plus Pt and F6 minus. Here was the fluorine in the end, the member of the noble gases family. So somehow scientists got a probability that some member of the noble gases family may react with the other elements. He then realized that the first ionization enthalpy of molecular oxygen, O2, oxygen 1175 kilojoule per mole, was almost identical with that of the xenon 1170 kilojoule per mole. Now, they got a probability that ionization energy of the oxygen and xenon was nearly equal to each other. So, he made effort to prepare some type of the compound with xenon and was successful in preparing another red color compound, xenon hexafluoroplatinate. Xenon hexafluoroplatinate, here it is XePtF6, and name of the compound is xenon hexafluoroplatinate. It was the very first compound of the noble gases which was prepared. Next is let's see some reactions, how the preparation of the compound took place. Compounds of xenon and fluorine, xenon fluorides. Let's see how these compounds were made. Xenon fluorine compounds. Xenon form 3 binary fluorides: xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride. These are the 3 main compounds of the xenon with the fluorine. Xenon XeF2 xenon difluoride, XeF4 xenon tetrafluoride and XeF6, that is xenon hexafluoride. By the direct reaction of the elements under appropriate experimental condition. See here, when xenon reacts with fluorine at 673 Kelvin temperature and 1 bar pressure, then it forms xenon difluoride, that is XeF2 in the solid form. Third is, in this case, xenon is taken in X's. Second is, when xenon reacts with 2 molecules of the fluorine, that is 2F2, now the temperature is increased from 673 to 873 Kelvin and pressure is also increased from 1 bar to 7 bar. Then xenon tetrafluoride or XeF4 is formed. Here it is taken in 1:5 ratio. Next is, when xenon reacts with the 3 molecules of the fluoride, then when the temperature again change, but now temperature is decreased from 873 to 573. 200 Kelvin, there is difference of 200 Kelvin in each reaction, and then temperature, the pressure is increased from 60 to 70 bar. Then in this case, xenon hexafluoride, that is XeF6 is formed. Now students, let's see their structures. What is the structure of xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride and that of the hexafluoride. Here students, this is the structure of xenon difluoride XeF2. In XeF2 structure, xenon difluoride, there are 3 lone pair of the electrons are present which do not take parts in the bond formation and which somehow distorted the structure of the xenon difluoride. In xenon tetrafluoride, 4 fluorine atoms are present at the 4 corner and xenon is in the central part. It also has 2 lone pair of the electrons which are axially arranged here. It is also a lone pair here. So there are 2 lone pair of the electrons in xenon tetrafluoride. Now see, what are the major uses of the noble gases? As the noble gases are inert gases or inactive gases, they have much important uses in our day-to-day life. Let's see. Helium is a non-inflammable and light gas, hence it is used in filling balloons for meteorological observations. It is also used in gas-cooled nuclear reactors. Students, sometimes you have seen the balloons flying in the air. The balloons automatically reach at a certain height, they always uses to go upward in the air. That balloons contains the helium gas which is inactive as well as lighter as compared to the air. So it makes the things light. It also used in gas cooled nuclear reactor in order to cool down the or absorb the temperature from the nuclear reactor. Liquid helium, whose boiling point we have seen that 4.2 Kelvin, finds uses as cryogenic agent for carrying out various experiments at low temperature. It creates very low temperature, so it uses in the performing experiment. Here the word cryogenic agent, that means the agent or the substances which lower down the temperature. Next is, it is used to produce and sustain powerful superconducting magnets which form an essential part of modern NMR spectrometer and magnetic resonance imaging system for clinical diagnosis. MRI, you have heard many times that if someone get injured related to its brain, spinal cord, etc., then we have to examine or we have to perform the MRI checkup. That MRI or magnetic resonance also uses the helium gases in that machinery. It is used as a diluent for oxygen in modern diving apparatus because of its very low solubility in the blood. A student, when the divers go inside the oceans or at very depth in the ocean, then they carry some oxygen cylinder on their back. That oxygen cylinder is not only contain the oxygen but mixture of helium and oxygen, and helium is used just because of its low solubility in the blood. It does not dissolve in the blood, but it maintains the pressure inside the blood. It increases the blood pressure. As the divers go down, they faces very high pressure of the water above them. So in order to overcome that pressure, the blood pressure should increases, and that increased due course of the presence of helium along with the oxygen in the cylinder. Neon is used in discharge tube and fluorescent bulb for advertisement. You have seen some glow shine boards on the shops and above some high rises buildings. That glow shine boards uses the neon gas in it because of its inactivity. Neon bulbs are used in botanical gardens and in greenhouses. They produces very cool light. They do not easily warm up. That is why they used in the botanical gardens also, where there are different varieties of the plants there. They use for the lighting purpose. Argon is used mainly to provide an inert atmosphere in high temperature metallurgical processes. Argon is used in the metallurgical process. Metallurgical process, that means the processes through which the metals are purified or extracted from their ores. In that, argon is used. Next is, there are no significant uses of xenon and krypton. They are used in light bulb designed for special purposes or special color imparting bulb. That bulb which are used for a special effect, they contain the xenon and krypton. So students, this is all about the elements of the group 18, that is the noble gases.